Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you?
Morning. I am good. Still in Panama a few more days, and then I'll be off to El Salvador. So those coming out to El Salvador, find me there.
Perfect. We got a question that's jumping off the page to me already. I'm going to post it. We don't normally do this. Joshua says, I'm hoping to hear some positive news today, but I'm not expecting it to. I'm not expecting to. Ha ha ha. I think that should be double O there on the 2. But let's go into it because, Josh, I think I have something for you here, mate. I actually think I've got something for you. To start with, off the bat, you know me, I'm not Mr. Positive all the time. All right, so look, I don't mind the price right now. As long as in 4.5 days, we close above this 50 simple moving average, which I've been screaming at forever, right? We are able to cross below the 50 simple moving average and close above it. We've done that in the past, and it has not affected the bull market at all. All right. I do solemnly believe, unfortunately, that should we actually this went all the way back. I'm still on those dodgy charts. I do believe that closing, like this is an example right here. Remember that, Tone, back on the 12th of July 2021, where we did close below the 50 simple moving average. I would not have been bullish there. In fact, I do remember getting bullish again back on a couple of weeks later when we crossed that lucid star, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I was overestimating how poor these conditions are. We rallied, we did put in a higher high, and then the whole thing, the belly fell out of it. But on that second time when we closed below that 50 simple moving average, we went to hell and back. All right, that was before you and I were doing shows together, and when we closed above it all those years back as well, it's been really, really, really good at saving us from a bear market really for the last nearly 3 years. So when the belly fell out of this thing, obviously I was screaming below that black line. I could probably get rid of that black line right now. I'm going to clean up these charts a little bit. I was screaming that below that black line I was bearish, man, and I was, and I am leaning bearish, but I really like this recovery, and I do think if there's a silver lining, we close above that 50. I'll just repeat it again. We are okay. The cool news is that now we are officially below that Copic curb line, which I always wanted it. I've been screaming that for what feels like months at this point. I would love to see us close below that line, which we've done now. It's done. And now we have a chance for a small dip and then re-up with another purple candle, which the purple phantom signals on Alpha Numerics, which are terrific. This is probably we call this a winner because, it rallied 30% or whatever off that. I think that's justifiably a winner, but I would love to see this thing round off, put in a purple phantom signal, and then up to the upside. That's your silver lining, guys. That's your positive news. The lower time frames, there's still plenty of cause for concern. Obviously, this could be very easily considered a dead cat bounce. The fact that we're so far below on the daily right now, all those moving averages, we could easily come back up, retouch on the 7 at 107, and then get a hard rejection. We can come all the way up to 111, 112, and get rejection and just put in these lower highs, like we did here back on when the first break, the first retest of the 30, second retest of 30, third retest of 30. I'm not bullish totally, really, honestly, until that black line I just deleted at 115. And it will remain that way until there's two things that can change that. If we just recover right now, but we still stay below the 30 simple, the 50 simple, I'm seeing it as a dead cat bounce and a fantastic chance for this thing to melt away once again. But time is really important for everything I look at as well. Let's just say we stretch out this bullshit a little bit lower, sorry for swearing, a little bit higher, whatever, just stay in a bit of a channel for a few weeks, maybe a month or so. these moving averages will rip down, right? So I don't have to be bullish at 115. I could be bullish at the current price we're at if all these moving averages have moved back down there and we start to roll them back over. Sure, 100% possibility. We'll cross that bridge when we cross it. 4-hour time frame. Look, there's nothing to say here. Like, we've just opened this candle 2 hours ago, mind you, above that 7 simple moving average, which is nice. But once again, I do see us at best rallying back to the 107. It's the same sort of zone, the 107 zone, hitting that 30 simple, or hitting the 50 and getting rejected once again. I'm still bearish. The wave is red. I'm still bearish. But the biggest takeaway, which I'll just repeat once again, is I really, really, really want to see us close this week on above the 50. It could be right on the 50 for all I care. The bigger the gap, the better. I like it. It could just be a clean washout. And I don't consider that as bear market territory, ultimate bear market territory, if we can close above that 50 simple. Hey, Tone, I'll come back to you in the studio now. What do you think about that, mate? What do you think about what I just said, that recovery from the 50 before we have a look at your chart? Do you reckon that's could be a bit of a saving grace?
It definitely could be. All we got to do is come back up. I'm going to open up my charts, but while you
before you do that, please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Hey, guys, we've still got about 5 days left in this trading competition. We had like 10 people join last night after I mentioned it. Go over the links in the description below. We've got go to the Discord group. You'll see everything there. We've got our own black box trading competition that we're funding. I'm paying for it myself. $5,000 for first prize. There's only like 20 people in it. 25 now from last night. You got a really, really good shot at winning this. Most people, there's only like 5-6 people still in the hunt at this point. You could join on the last day and win $5,000 in USDT straight into your bank. You'd be remiss not to give it a crack. You don't have to do anything. Just trade as you normally would. Links in the description below. Discord group. You know what to do. Tone, take us away, mate. Take us away.
All right. Oh, wait. I have the screen share here. So good thing I haven't tweeted much in the last year. So I wanted to go back to a tweet I sent out last November. And it was a tweet of me considering Bitcoin has topped at just under 100,000. This was last year. And you can see the date of the tweet, November 22nd. And I actually got a lot of shit for this tweet. And I was updating it then after. And and it's been 1 year. It's almost been 1 year. And Bitcoin is almost at the same price as it was when this tweet went out. Look at this. That's 92 comments to the tweet.
What's the date there? I'm doing it November 22.
November 22, yeah.
Well, we got to as low as November 18. I just checked it. I can show you if you don't believe me. Look at this.
Okay.
We're still look at this. I put this line in just before we started. This candle right here, that's the drop, the lowest we got. We got back to that candle right there, November 18, the week of November 18. That means next week, 1 year. 1 year, we're at the same price we were for a year ago. Right? There it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna
take it back.
I'm probably gonna jump over to the same weekly chart. So the low on the current week's candle is, like Matt said, let me put a line in here. Right there.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
It is equal to the high of the week of November 18. And that is the week where I kind of called the top in Bitcoin because of that weekly MRI top along with extension B. And while we did go a little bit higher, we did end up in an ultimate serious correction, marking a low down at 74,000 on the MRI buy. And now today's lows are taking me back into that same weekly candle. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, and ironically, like back to that 50 simple moving average as well, which we ultimately got to last time off that crash after your tweet.
So the thing is, this was a significantly safer buy off of the 50-period moving average. First of all, we had corrected for about 5 months, and we also rallied off of a weekly MRI buy. The current candle looks more like this crazy red star candle that completely crashed and then completely recovered. But then the price of Bitcoin did not recover, and we continued to make new lows until we hit the 50-period moving average. I like the fact that we are bouncing off of the 50-period moving average, but as it stands right now, I'm not as confident as I was back here in April that the lows might be in, because I really trust the MRI indicator, which told me that a top is going to happen here, but it is not telling me that a bottom is going to happen on current candle. So I am still a little bit concerned. We have some hope that the 50 period will reverse us, but in order for us to really take the 50 period seriously, we do need to get over the 20 period moving average and print a green star candle. And I don't see that happening until we get above like 110, 112. So as of right now, I am still looking at this channel, and if we bounce here, I mean, maybe 105, maybe 106, maybe the top of the channel at 108. You have a moving average resistance at 108, top of the channel closer to 109, and the middle of the channel is sitting at like 104, 105. There's just too much resistance here, not to mention the MRI daily is saying we have more downside. So I'm not rushing in here. It's possible that the low is in, but the charts are not telling me this. Short-term chart on the hourly. The hourly looks good, but again, nothing screaming that the lows for the entire move down are there. I still think we're going to make new highs in 2026. I do not see this as the end of the bull market, but we will see. We will see what the future holds. Bitcoin dominance continues to rise as expected here. We are coming up on another MRI top in Bitcoin dominance. Now, this is my custom Bitcoin dominance that removes the stable coins from the calculation. That's why we're at 65%. And I do think it's going to reach new highs on this index. I also believe gold and silver have bubble topped, and they will fall between 30 and 40%. Silver more so than gold. We got oil.
That'll be a big call. If silver and gold fall 20, 30%, whatever. I haven't seen anybody else. Not that I watch too many YouTube channels anymore, but I haven't seen anybody else, even on X, commenting that this is the top of gold the way you did, Tone, if that's the case.
To me, it was a no-brainer, so obvious. Honestly, I'm not actively trading that stuff, but it was so obvious to me, and I called it in real time.
Yeah, you did right here on the Financial Summit. You've been saying it, man. It's very interesting.
I mean, just zoom out. Well, like people, there's a common phrase in Bitcoin called "when in doubt, zoom out." So I don't understand why people don't do that on gold. Like when in doubt, zoom out. It's an exponential, crazy fucking move. It's gonna come back. It's gonna fall at least.
I think most professional traders would have acknowledged that it's gone exponential, but that's what we wait our whole lives for, exponential runs. That's most of the traders I've known made all of their money, their whole career in like a 6-month period. It's like I just made millions in that little short period.
Right.
You wait, it's what you wait for, right? So like, when do you get off the carousel? You know, when do you find a seat before the music stops playing, or whatever analogy you want to use? That's the hardest part, right?
Yep. But yeah, but this is, I may still, short some futures in silver, actually. That should be, there was now that I got out of all my Bitcoin positions, I have capital to just short the shit out of silver. I got to make sure I can do it in my, tax-free retirement account. I don't understand how silver can possibly get back over this moving average. You know what? I may actually do that today. I might be shorting silver. It's got so much downside, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like right here, 30, 36. And even that's generous.
Tone, the scary part is the Bitcoin chart looks like that too.
No, it doesn't.
Not without the expert, with the way that it's positioned at the moving averages, and that the nothing holding it up below the 50 symbol moving average is my point. It kind
of, yeah. From that perspective, yes, but from
no, I know. I meant it only
from a prior swing high perspective.
Well, we're way high. We're way higher than that, than the prior swing high.
Let me change the Fibonacci extension, Fibonacci retracements, actually. That's from top to bottom. So we can go bottom to up. All right, here we go. That's something. Yeah, that's still, like your most optimistic correction is down to the 38% Fibonacci line. Wait, sorry, not 38%, 32% down, $38 Fibonacci line. Yeah, I like this.
I like it too. I like the way that it supported it with that triangle and everything like that as well. All right. How about the S&P? What are we looking at there?
Well, this could be the reason why Bitcoin is rallying. The futures markets are up. Well, I don't know how many planes in America have to crash for this government shutdown to end, which is ridiculous. Honestly, I think Trump's going to go down in history as one of the worst presidents in a long time. He's having such a disastrous presidency.
Depends who's writing the history.
That is true. But yeah, America is just total insanity. So I wanted to update my government statistic numbers because the yearly budget, it's over on November 1st. They're supposed to release the cumulative prior year's numbers, but they haven't done that. And it's already November 4th, November 5th? November 5th. So they're not releasing the data. So this government shutdown may be happening for a long time. If Trump wants to hide, what kind of debt America took on in fiscal year 2025, because this data was supposed to be released on the 1st of the month, and they're not releasing it.
I mean, I'm still a Trump guy, but he did. I lost a lot of steam when he said, talking about the Epstein files, when he's like, why are we still talking about this?
No, dude, it's been a disaster. It's been such a disastrous presidency. I already did videos about it. I'm not going to talk about it on this channel.
Yeah.
Anyway, the S&P is not open yet, so it's hard to discuss the S&P. It hit an MRI top on the daily, literally at the top. It's been pulling back. I was hoping it was a 1 to 4 candle variety, but it's gotten beyond the 4 candles. So it's possible it's going to go down some more and print an MRI buy. This candle is promising, but market's not open. So we'll see what happens at market open. Computer is moving slow. Yeah, the S&P is not having a great week, but it did have an MRI top. Not MRI, sorry, it did have an all-time high last week. So the S&P is still bullish, and as long as the S&P is still bullish, I expect Bitcoin to eventually reverse and follow the S&P. Now, what is not helping is the battle between like in Bitcoin with the upcoming potential soft fork, which I think is stupid. And I'm going to do more content about that. And that could be contributing to, lowering the price. But then there are idiots out there saying that BlackRock is crashing the price of Bitcoin. And anyone who thinks that just doesn't understand how financial markets work and shouldn't have social media. BlackRock doesn't do anything unless people are selling the Bitcoin. They're just holding Bitcoin for people. BlackRock has no Bitcoin of its own. It only holds Bitcoin for people. And if people panic and sell Bitcoin, BlackRock will sell their Bitcoin. And if people want to buy Bitcoin, BlackRock will buy Bitcoin on their behalf. BlackRock doesn't make independent decisions. So anyone that thinks that BlackRock is crashing the price of Bitcoin because they want to is just an idiot. All right.
Yep. That's it. That's it.
New York City has a new mayor. That's
it looks good too. Hello, good on you. Well done, mate. That's a win for you guys.
Really? Have you seen his socialist policies?
Oh yeah, that's why I was being facetious.
Yeah, New York City is going to be fun. Yeah.
We shouldn't talk politics. It's getting the group rolled up. Some people saying don't talk politics, and other people putting their 2 cents in, and we should stay away from it. I'm Australian. I live in Japan. I am a migrant, so I like saying that. I'm a migrant. I'm a minority, a super minority. I'm like less than 0.001% of Japan. I'm what's the word for it? A victim. That'll do. All right, come on. Let's go. I gotta go.
Oh no! When I talk shit about Trump and like the budget and stuff, no. The whole government is a disaster.
Yeah, I mean the argument is like, well, Kamala would have been worse. Agreed, but I mean I'm getting to the point where I'm like, well, maybe they're both rotten. Maybe there isn't a solution there. Maybe
I'm at a point. Maybe we should be electing the worst person to just reset the system. That's the stage I'm at.
Yeah. Well, you almost did that. All right, so. Let's hey, tomorrow and the next night I'm going to be on the walk and talk in Tokyo, in the city, on the beers with my brother. You can finally see my brother on here. He's my partner in Alpha Metrics. Great guy, and I'll introduce him to you guys tomorrow. I'll just jump in for a minute and then jump off because it's always annoying for the fans or the followers when I'm on the phone. So we'll just come and say hello. And all right, I think just to sum up the show, that 50 simple moving average on the weekly is critical. And I think we've got a real good chance of recovering it. And if we don't, we'll look for lower. See you tomorrow.
Yep. See you guys tomorrow. I do want to, someone asked for McDonald's chart, but I wanted to take a look at it. Shit, can't pick that up. I don't know why people just can't see if I'm live or not. But that person is about to call back.
You're not that famous. That's why.
Yeah. And right. It's not that interesting to me. Sorry. All right, guys, it is going up, so a lot of people are eating shitty food. All right, thank you all for watching, guys, and see you all on the next one.